Women should remain silent.
Women are not equal to men.
Women are weak.
They don't deserve respect.
These words are the reason why men experience the feeling of superiority over women.
Sa viral video na ito, makikita ang pananakit ng isang lalaki sa kanyang kinakasama noong nakarang linggo.
They don't deserve respect.
Hi, my name is Julia Margarita J. Heredia from 12 Gas 1P, and I will be presenting our paper in behalf of Group 2. Underestimating women had become a tradition to every country since 100 years ago, and the society sees women as inferior, and unfortunately, women at that time just accepted this judgment. But decades by decades, the women who decided to end this biased view established laws to protect the right of every woman. Some of these are CEDAW of 1979 by UN, Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children, and Magna Carta. But despite all of these laws, there are still people who are hung up on the gender-biased tradition. They still treated women lowly, and they treat them like they are just servants, and even sell them.
Najib Bashar, an 18-year-old Yazidi girl who escaped her Islamic State group enslavers.
The tradition that taught the society that the role of a woman is to stay on their homes and take care of their kids is still lingering. Some women out there are not given an opportunity and have been abused by their abusive partners. Just like the recent crime done by a husband in India. He stabbed his wife multiple times in a broad daylight in the middle of the street. The reason of this inhumane act was because the wife did not want to be a housewife and chose to work in a hospital to save more lives. India's culture follows this system, and it still remains unshakable. That even the people on the streets did not do anything but watched.
Women are not equal to men.
In the Philippines, domestic violence is a famous and serious crime that happens to every couples. And this has a negative effects to the victims. Domestic violence can create health problems in physical, mental, sexual, and reproductive health. And in Merrick statistics, many reported cases are perpetrated by men. But despite of being abused, the women remain silent. Because aside from the death threat they receive, they do not have shelters to go with their children, so they chose not to speak and continue living in suffocation and suffering.
Johnny, wait, no, hold on!
So the purpose of our project, Rehabilitation and Livelihood for Women, is to aid abused women away from violence and give them opportunity. The following objectives are to bring the victims to the rehabilitation facility so the team can monitor their physical and mental health. Second, to give them livelihood project to support themselves and their children. And lastly, to give them trainings to make them find jobs that are suitable to their skills. Fighting against domestic violence and protecting battered women might sound hard, but the project will not meet its goal without the cooperation of the funding agencies who are part in public service that are essential pillar on creating this project. The team and the funding agencies, as well as the office of the mayor, whose duty is to guide and make an immediate action to the public concerns, including the violence against women, will join hands to make this possible. With this project being successful, the violence crime rate will be reduced and more women will be given an opportunity to get a job so they can live their lives with their children in peace. This project will not only aid the victims against violence but also to spread awareness and reach out to those victims who are still hiding their agony in the hands of their partners, so they can regain their confidence to raise their head and proudly say,
I am proud to be a woman.
I am proud to be a woman.
Women are also human like any other man, even if the characteristics are a bit different, but there is one thing in common. We are all human. So,
For my fellow men out there,
Stop the violence.
Stop the violence.
Stop the violence.
Stop the violence.